Doc Washburn is running for the highest office in Arkansas with primaries just weeks away. Doc, thank you so much for joining us today. So let's get to know you a little bit. We know that you are a radio show host. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Right. I did the big local talk radio show in Little Rock for over 7 years. I was fired in October by Cumulus Media, as were a lot of people across the country, by this company for refusing the vaccine mandate. After that, we put together a podcast, a national podcast. Some of my friends were financial investors, and after a month or so, we got several advertisers. So that's something that I've been doing since then. And I never planned to run for office. That was not my idea. Whenever anybody would suggest something like that, I would say, no, you got the wrong guy. I'm a talk show host. So a lot changed in early February.
So what made you change your mind and run for office? Because we do know that you filed in March, I believe.
Yeah, I filed, I think it was the last Friday in February, right in the middle of the filing season. Well, when Sarah Huckabee Sanders endorsed Senator John Boozman for re-election, who had said that President Trump was at least partially responsible for the violence on January 6th at the Capitol, could be criminally investigated and prosecuted. And then she also endorsed U.S. Representative French Hill from the 2nd District, who said the idea the election was stolen was a fiction and fallacy. Trump's rhetoric leading up January 6th was unforgivable. Voted to keep Liz Cheney in House Republican leadership after she voted to impeach Trump, and voted for Nancy Pelosi's sham January 6th commission. My phone started ringing. People saying you need to challenge her. She's the only Republican running for the nomination for governor. And again, I told people, no, got the wrong guy. Then Jan Morgan, who was challenging John Boozman for U.S. Senate Republican primary, called and said, look, you don't understand what's going on here. We're about to lose our country. Good people like you need to stand up and run for governor. You need to talk to your wife and pray about it. And that kind of shocked me. I mean, you tell a Christian to talk to his wife and pray about something, it's kind of hard to say no. So I'm like, okay, Jan, all right. I'll talk to my wife. We'll pray about it. So we did. And she said, this is way over my head. I trust your judgment. But I didn't trust my own judgment. There's a proverb that says there's wisdom in the abundance of counselors. So I met with like 10 or 11 people the next evening in a conference room. We kicked it around for 2.5 hours. And I tried to do a lot of listening. And there were two main questions that I remember. One was, if you get into this race for governor, is it a publicity stunt? You're just trying to publicize your podcast, or you really want to win? I said, no, I really want to win. Another one said, what would your top priority be? I said, to glorify God, because we're supposed to glorify God in everything. Jan Morgan, who was at the meeting, said, that's what I've been waiting to hear. And it was unanimous. Man, we hope you do this. You need to do this. And so the next evening, I spoke at the Saline County Republican Women's Club, an event that was already scheduled for me to speak at. And I said what I thought it meant, that Sarah was getting so many complaints on Facebook that she refused to answer questions, talk about issues, what it meant that she had endorsed Boozman and French Hill, and what it meant that she said Governor Hutchinson had been doing a great job, which, how can you be from Arkansas, be that tone deaf to what Republican primary voters believe? And I said, look, it costs $15,000 to file to run for governor. If the Lord provides some money, I'm going to file. I'm running for governor. And they started contributing to me that evening. Sorry to write War and Peace for you there. It's a simple question, but that's kind of what happened.
So what is the biggest issue affecting our state today?
Well, there are a lot of big issues affecting our state, but the one that I think is most important to me and Republican primary voters, their laws against murdering everybody except children in the womb. It is outrageous that almost 50 years after Roe v. Wade, we're still allowing babies to be killed in the womb. We all hope that the U.S. Supreme Court does the right thing at the end of the term in June and overturns Roe. But if they don't, we've got a lot to deal with as a governor, if about the grace of God I get elected and the legislature working with me. And also, I'm told that there is a law that if they do overturn Roe v. Wade, would go into effect immediately to outlaw abortion. But I also found out recently there's a carve-out for RU 46, which, if you believe life that begins at conception, then that really isn't good enough.
All right, well, Doc Washburn, we're going to talk about more issues in just about 2 minutes. The only Republican candidate running for governor against Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and also against several other Democratic and Libertarian candidates coming up in November. So we'll be right back in just about 2 minutes.